Soon afterwards Frodo came in and found Gandalf in the dark, deep in thought.
Has he gone?
Yes, he's gone at last.
I
think he really preferred slipping away quietly in the end. He left a packet for you. There it is. You'll find his will and all the other documents in there. You're the master of Bag End now, Frodo. And also, I fancy, you'll find a golden ring.
The ring? Has he left me that? I wonder why. Still, it may be useful.
Well, it may, and it may not. I shouldn't make use of it if I were you, but keep it secret and keep it safe. Oh, well, now I'm going to bed.
One by one the guests rolled away in carriages. The night slowly passed. The sun rose and morning went on again. By midday there was a large crowd at Bag End, uninvited but not unexpected. Frodo's reply to all inquiries was,
Mr. Bilbo Baggins has gone away, as far as I know, for good.
Well, just wait.
Frodo invited some of the visitors inside, as Bilbo had left messages for them. Inside the hall there was piled a large assortment of parcels and small articles of furniture. On every article there was a label tied. There were several labels of this sort.
For Adelard took, for his very own from Bilbo, an umbrella. For Dora Baggins, in memory of a long correspondence, with love from Bilbo, a waste paper basket. For Lobelia Sackville Baggins, an empty case for all the silver spoons she took before. 2 sacks of potatoes for old Gaffer Gamgee. A dozen bottles of old vineyards for old Rory Brandybuck. And a leather-bound folio.
Frodo had a very trying time that afternoon. The road to Bag End was blocked with barrows and handcarts, and Frodo left his friend Merry Brandybuck to keep an eye on things.
There has to be some order.
I've been waiting here, waiting.
I demand to see Frodo.
He is indisposed.
Well,
He's
I don't
resting.
understand this. Hiding, you mean? Anyway, we want to see him, and we mean to see him. Spoons, indeed. After waiting 60 years. Fiddlesticks. Aha, there you are.
You? Still here?
Only one thing is clear to me, and that is you are doing exceedingly well out of all this.
Yes.
I insist on seeing the well.
And so do I.
By all means, there.
Let me see. Spoiled again. You'll live to regret it, young fella. And you, Mary, you're no Baggins. You're a Brandybuck.
That's right. How dare you?
Lock up and don't open up to anyone, even if they bring a battering ram. Lobelia again, most likely.
If you don't let me in, Frodo, I shall blow your door right down your hole and out through the hill.
My dear Gandalf, oh, half a minute. Oh, there, come in. Come in. Oh, I thought it was Lobelia. I nearly tried on Bilbo's ring. I long to disappear.
Oh, don't do that. Do be careful of that ring, Frodo. In fact, it's about that I've come to say a last word. Keep it safe, and keep it secret, and use it seldom or not at all. At least not to cause talk.
You're very mysterious. What are you afraid of?
I'm not certain, so I'll say no more. I may be able to tell you something when I come back. I'm going off at once. So this is goodbye for the present. Some people are accusing us of a plot to get rid of Bilbo and get hold of his wealth.
I'd give them Bag End and everything else if I could get Bilbo back. I wonder if I shall ever see him again.
So do I. And I wonder many other things. Well, look out for me, especially at unlikely times. Goodbye.
As time went on, people began to notice that Frodo also showed signs of good preservation. Frodo himself found that being the Mr. Baggins of Bag End was rather pleasant. For some years he was quite happy and did not worry much about the future. But half unknown to himself, the regret that he had not gone with Bilbo was steadily growing. He looked at maps and wondered what lay beyond their edges. Merry and his friends watched him anxiously. Often he was seen walking and talking with the strange wayfarers that began at this time to appear in the Shire.
News? Do you have any news of the outside world?
News, you say?
Aye. Bad news. Yes. It's the enemy, you see.
Yes, Mordor in the land of Mordor too now.
Mordor?
The evil power of Mirkwood has been driven out by the White Council, well and good. But that was years and years ago. It has reappeared in the old strongholds of Mordor. The Dark Tower has been rebuilt.
The Dark Tower?
Yes, from there the power has spread far and wide. Far east and south there are wars and people are frightened.
Orcs, too, are multiplying.
And trolls?
And some nameless things more terrible than all these.
It was just about this time of year that Gandalf reappeared after his long absence.
The ring, you say, is dangerous? In what way?
It's far more powerful than ever I dared to think at first. So powerful that in the end it would utterly overcome anyone of mortal race who possessed it. It would possess him. You see, in Eregion, long ago, many elven rings were made, magic rings, as you call them, and they were, of course, of various kinds. But the great rings, the rings of power, they were perilous. A mortal Frodo who keeps one of the great rings does not die, but he doesn't grow old or obtain more life. He merely continues until at the last, every minute is a weariness. And if he often uses the ring to make himself invisible, he fades. He becomes, in the end, invisible permanently, and walks in the twilight under the eye of the dark power that rules the ring.
How long have you known this?
Known? I've known much that only the wise know, Frodo, but if you mean known about this ring, well, I still don't know, one might say. There is a last test to make. Give me the ring for a moment.
Well, all right.
There. Now, can you see any markings on it?
No, there are none. It's quite plain, and it never shows a sign of scratch or wear.
Well then, look.
No, not in the fire. No, give me the tongs. Get it out.